The winner for the best overall guitar out of these three, and that goes to... If you've been chasing that bluegrass sound, this video's for you because I'm comparing three mahogany bodied dreadnought style guitars, three different brands, three different price points. Because after all, mahogany along with rosewood are the two main tone woods used in this style of music. I'm Cody, by the way, former student of ETSU's Bluegrass and Old Time Country Music program. This channel is dedicated towards helping folks learn the bluegrass style of guitar through simple lessons, gear reviews, everything else bluegrass related. If that sounds like something of value, feel free to stick around for more. And our three contenders are the Orangewood Hudson, the Yamaha FGX5 Red Label, and the classic workhorse, the Martin D18. Okay, to keep things consistent, I've just restrung all three guitars with brand new D'Addario XS medium gauge strings, and I am playing each demo with a blue chip TAD 40. After the demos, I'm going to give each guitar 3 awards based on their performance, and then I'm going to choose my favorite overall. By the way, if you've been playing guitar for years, or maybe you're brand new and you can't get that bluegrass sound yet, you're not alone. This is my bluegrass program, Flatpick Foundations. It's a simple step-by-step set of lessons that are helping folks go from strumming G-C-D chords to playing real bluegrass guitar. Players from all over the world who have struggled for years to get out of that basic chord pattern are now playing real bluegrass guitar with confidence. Matt here is 54 years old. He's been playing guitar for about 4 years, has tried other bluegrass programs, and mine is the only one that has helped him progress. Daniel here says he's catching on to songs he couldn't before and that it's money well spent. You're not going to sound like Billy Strings overnight, but this is going to give you a solid starting point to build up to those fast licks, those blazing instrumentals, and all that bluegrass goodness that we all want to play. If that sounds like something that'll help, go to my website, codymmusic.com. There's also information down below, as well as a free mini course in case you want to get started with the bare basics. Okay, now let's sum all this up. I'm going to start here with the Orangewood Hudson, the only guitar made in China. I'm going to give each one of these 3 awards based off of my opinion, and I want you to share yours down below if you agree with me or not. Okay, award number 1 for the Orangewood, best price. This is a no-brainer. It's really difficult now in 2026 to get an all-wood bodied guitar that's made of mahogany for less than $1,000. This one comes in at $875. Yes, you can get HPL or high-pressure laminate Martin guitars for less than $1,000, but they are not made out of real wood. Okay, about location, inside the sound hole it says designed in Los Angeles, California, made in China. That's why this guitar is so cheap. It's created in the factory in China, built rather, and then it's shipped over to LA, and inside of the Orangewood establishment, they set it up, they do a quality control test, and then they send it out to you. To me, that's a pretty good business model. because they still have control over the product and it doesn't just come from the factory in China. All right, award number 2 for the Orangewood. I'm gonna give this one the most open sounding. Translate that as you will, but when I play this guitar, it is quite loud. It sounds pretty crisp. Might be because it's got the torrefied spruce top, but to me, this one, dare I say, almost fills up the room more evenly than the other two. That doesn't mean that it has the best tone or is the most balanced, but I think just from my ears, the sound coming from this hole radiates out in more of an open way than the other two guitars do. And award number 3, I think this is important in 2026 when I talk to mostly AI agents all day if I want customer service. You know the drill. If you pick up anything nowadays, you dial, you get the robot on the other end. Takes forever to talk to somebody. These folks that run this place are real folks because I've met them in person during my trip to Los Angeles for the NAMM convention. They reached out, they said, hey, we know you're coming into town, why don't you stop by the showroom? And they showed me around. And that is really important in this day and age because a lot of companies, you can't talk to a real person. So I like the fact that out of these 3 brands here, I can see these dudes on social media. I see the face of them. They're normal guys. They're like you and I, and they sell guitars. And that's really cool. So those are the 3 awards. Let's go now to the Yamaha. Okay, now the 3 awards for the Yamaha FGX5 Red Label. I will say that the price point on this guitar does reflect the installed electronics, all right? So this one's gonna be a little bit more comparatively speaking than the other 2 because they don't come with the pickups. That being said, award number 1 for the Yamaha goes to the easiest guitar to play, and I think this is by a large margin. I don't fight this guitar, and when I play live and when I go to make takes of my bluegrass licks here on the internet, this guitar makes my job easier. I think there's different reasons for that, but by and large, out of the 3, easiest guitar to play. All right, award number 2 that I'm giving to the Yamaha is the award, I'm being a bit vague here, that the notes feel the most even up and down the neck. I'm not necessarily saying that the neck feels the best, but what I'm saying maybe has to do with the setup here. Everything just feels nice and balanced. When I go to hit a note down here versus up here, I don't feel a lot of difference, or rather the difference in the tension just feels way more natural to me. And again, it kind of goes back to point number 1. This just makes it that much easier to play. My job's easier. That's really important. So all that said, we'll call this the most even feeling. And point number 3 that I cannot stress enough, for whatever reason, this guitar fits me better than the other 2 guitars. Actually, this guitar fits me better than most guitars I've ever played. A gentleman left this comment the other day in response to something I said in one of the reviews of the Yamaha. He said, this isn't actually as wide as the Martin, it's just less deep. And I think that's a more accurate description. That really impacts my playing. I was telling the guys the other day in the band, I am playing and trying things live in the past month I've had this guitar that I would never try with the Martin. That's because I have more control over it. Not saying that you at home wouldn't fare better with the Martin body style. For whatever reason, this one fits me. I kind of have this hypothesis here on the channel that the Dreadnought guitars, and I'm 39 this weekend, they make things harder for folks that are a little bit older because it's a lot of guitar to control. So on that note, let's go to the 3 awards to the Martin D18. All right, so the 3 awards that I've saved for the Martin, number 1 is it sounds the most complete. So I'm just gonna say that it has the best tone out of all 3. The most balanced, the one that, I don't know, it just feels more rounded than the other 2. All right, award number 2 that I'm giving the Martin might not be a surprise. It gets the award for best feeling neck. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's connected to how even it feels up and down the neck, as I just mentioned with the Yamaha, but there's something about a Martin neck that just feels like putting on an old baseball glove. It's just that classic C-shaped neck, and to me, this neck feels a bit more dense than the other 2, and that makes me feel safe in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels familiar, right? Something I can go back to time and time again and just go, Yeah, that's a Martin, right? So number 2, award for the best feeling neck. And number 3, before I get to the best overall, it kind of connects to the other two, but as a bluegrass player, this one feels and sounds the most bluegrass. This guitar just has a deep low end. It's really pronounced. And to me, because I've listened to bluegrass music for so long, it just kind of feels that expectation where the other two don't. The winner for the best overall guitar out of these 3, and that goes to the Yamaha, okay? But wait, I gotta explain myself. This is the newest guitar in the arsenal, so there's a bit of that honeymoon period going on here. But I will say, and I love a Martin. I showed you one here in the video today. I've got 2 others in the room beside me. This guitar has exceeded all expectations. And I'm really coming at this from an angle of, just like I said earlier, this makes my job easier. And I really attribute most of that to the size of this body. I've said on this channel for ages now that this is something that makes playing easier when you're not fighting with a large body style. That's why this is working for me right now. It's still a dreadnought, but it's just a bit smaller. I really like the way it feels. It's really responsive. And for whatever reason, I'm just playing about 25% more accurately, I can say, than I was in my live shows with the Martin. When I'm sitting here trying to nail a take to post on the internet, I'm generally getting that done a little bit quicker on this specific guitar. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the Mahogany bodied guitars, at least these 3. Let me know what you thought of all this down in the comment section. Once again, folks, if you've been playing guitar for years but you still don't have that bluegrass sound, do check out Flatpick Foundations down below. Hundreds of folks now inside the program getting a lot of value from it. Also, I am a live musician. I play solo shows here in the Southeast as well with a bluegrass band. Here are the dates. You can come check us out, see some live music, grab you a t-shirt, just come and mingle and fellowship. I think that's really important in this day and age when we're all addicted to our devices. And so one thing I'm big on this channel here and always is that when we go to play acoustic instrumentation, it gets us off our phone for a bit, which I think is good for our brains, because if you're like me, some days I feel like I'm going a little crazy going up and down the thing. All right, folks, appreciate you so much. We'll see you on the next video. Take care and have a great one. I really appreciate you. Bye-bye.